everybody! Welcome to another episode of Who's That Anime with your host Steve and Colin. We're still talking about Trigun.
We are.
We are.
We're now. I think this is 2/3 of the way done now.
Oh, 2/3? 2/3?
Yep. Fractional.
Oh, I was at work today and they were doing fractions in a class.
I've been watching a lot of stand-up maths on YouTube.
Stand-up maths.
Mm-hmm.
Is it? Does it talk about Scott Steiner?
No, that's a very different kind of maths. Stand-up maths is just a YouTube channel where it's a guy who talks about interesting maths topics. He's like an ex-teacher.
All right. Interesting maths topics.
Yeah,
Maths
like
Crusaders.
I'm trying to think of like that. I mean, different, interesting masks topic would be good too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeez. Yeah. Scott Steiner's maths is just coke.
I mean, yes, it is like
Derived.
100% nose candy.
Yeah.
I think I've watched that promo like a million times, and every time I watch it, I'm still shocked at how just wild it's maximum unhinged.
Yeah.
It's
That
pretty joyous.
It was too like Kurt Angle, well, wasn't it?
Was it Kurt Angle?
I can't remember.
No, William Regal.
Oh, William
Steven Regal.
Yeah.
It depends. He was called William Regal one way, replacing Stephen Regal another. I think it might have been William Regal.
Aye. Oh, right. Yeah, he's something like it was a triple threat, but the other guy didn't count, so therefore he was like Scott Steiner was like 66.666%.
I'm gonna get the quote. I'm gonna get the quote.
Well, no quote. It's like a 2-minute rant about maths.
Maybe you're right. Maybe it was Kurt Angle.
I thought it was Kurt Angle. It maybe had William Regal in it, but he didn't count. Like I say, it was a triple threat.
Oh, sorry. P.T. Williams was the guy that he was going up with against Kurt Angle and Samoa Joe.
Oh,
That's
Samoa Joe, that was it. Yeah, Kurt Angle didn't care. Didn't register because Samoa Joe was the one that he was ranting about.
You know, they say that all men are created equal. But you look at me and you look at Samoa Joe, and you can see that statement is not true. See, normally, if you go one-on-one with another wrestler, you get a 50-50 chance of winning. But I'm a genetic freak, and I'm not normal. So you got a 25% at best at beat me. Then you add Kurt Angle to the mix. Your chances of winning drastically go down. The 3-way sacrifice. You got a 33 1/3 chance of winning, but I got a 66 2/3 chance of winning because Kurt Angle knows he can't beat me, and he's not even going to try. So Samoa Joe, you take your 33 1/3 chance minus my 25% chance, and you got an 8 1/3 chance of winning at sacrifice. But then you take my 75% chance of winning. If we was to go one-on-one, and then I had 66 2/3%. I got 141 3/3 chance of winning at sacrifice. See, Joe, the numbers don't lie, and they spell disaster for you at sacrifice. Do you know? It's the first time. Like, well, it's sort of like wildly wrong generally, because if someone doesn't compete, your chances are 50-50. But the thing that got me was, it's like up until a point, at the very least, his bad numbers added up. It was like, okay, yeah, so you got 3, and then you got thirds and 2/3, and this is good. And then it starts to get real wild once you start minusing percentages and adding random other percentages for whatever reason.
It's 25%.
Yeah. Oh my god. It's so fucking unhinged. Oh god,
Uh,
that is glorious.
it's one of the better wrestling rants. Of course, he also had like a Ultimate Warrior and Macho Man back in the 80s, hooked up on coke.
Oh, my some of my favorite videos on the internet are the ones where someone's taken like all of the Macho Man's promos and removed all the words and just left in the breaths in. He's just going and just pointing at everyone, and it's just like, oh my god, he breathes in so much. So someone went to real effort to point out is like he sounds like sort of a distressed pug. It's incredible.
Oh man. Uh,
Good stuff. I have to be fair, I I haven't watched wrestling since 2003, so 20 years. It's been a long time.
yeah.
Uh but I really like watching documentaries about wrestling.
Oh, you're talking about the dark side of the ring.
Yeah, and there's a season 4 coming out, and I'm really excited about that. And also, I think there's another one called some is it like Across the Territories
Maybe,
or
I
something
don't
like
know.
that?
I've not actually watched it. People have mentioned Dark Side of the Ring. It's something I should probably look into. But oh man, that's just some dark, dark,
Oh,
dark
legit.
stuff.
Tales from the Territories.
Tales from the Territories.
I think it's all about sort of the like, the smaller federations, the local ones,
Yeah,
before the WWF became the big thing that it was.
WWF.
Yeah, it was 3 Ws before it was 2 Ws.
Oh right.
I think it was the Worldwide Wrestling Federation.
I love how America does that.
Yep, Worldwide Wrestling Federation. Original name of what is now WWE.
Yeah.
1963 to 1979.
All right. It's just weird. It's just that's the weird thing that I always find kind of weird in America, where they got like their, you know, wanting to make the World Wrestling Federation type thing, and it's all in
Oh,
America though.
yeah, you mean like the World Series of baseball that
Yeah,
contains Canada and America?
yeah. It's just you know, just America, just North America.
Yeah. Despite the fact that other countries, in fact, play baseball
Yeah,
professionally.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's fair. It's very bold.
yeah, yeah. They are.
It's it. Before
Uh,
I was gonna say before we start as well, I just
uh-huh,
want to do a quick recommendation for a non-anime show
uh-huh.
I've been watching on Amazon Prime called The Good Doctor.
The Good Doctor.
Yep.
Oh,
Did
I
you
was.
did you ever watch House?
I saw some episodes in the house.
So it's the same guy that did House,
Uh
the
huh.
same creator, but instead of the Doctor being an asshole, he's a young guy with autism,
Oh, all right, okay.
and it's exceptionally good.
Is it Hugh Laurie again?
No Hugh Laurie this time. It's the young guy is Freddie Highmore, who played like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory in the remake, the Johnny Depp one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's really good. It's a pretty it's a very by the book drama comedy. Uh, typical sort of medical procedural, but done very well through the lens of having good and interesting characters.
So yeah. So did so you didn't get fooled this time?
Old.
Yeah, I thought the story of House was he was looking for a real American actor,
Oh yeah.
and then
Well,
and
so that was the producer. That was Brian Singer,
mm,
who was the producer of House, and I think they like took all the audition tapes, and I think the story is that Hugh Laurie had done his audition tape from a desert in Africa because he was filming Flight of the Phoenix
oh,
at the time, and he did his audition tape in a tent and sent it.
mhm.
And they had other British people, I think, apply, and Brian Singer was like, "Nah, it can't have any Brits, no more Brits." And he's like, then they watched like Hugh Laurie's, and he's like, "This is like this guy, that this all American guy right here." And it's like, I hate to tell you, he's British,
Yeah.
but yeah, he ended up getting it anyway. It's so bizarre because uh, it's not. I don't know that that American accent that he has exists,
Hmm.
but it's very believable.
Yeah, yeah. It took me a while when I saw House. I was like, wait, that's who Laurie? What?
Yeah, and you
And
look at it,
he's
it's like I don't like the way you're talking. It doesn't make sense.
it's not, but it's that's not the way he talks. And I'm
It's
thinking because he was always like a very uppity, tough type character,
very
and
English,
yeah,
very English.
like he superimposes English like to like the
Yeah,
comical level because he did oh what was it Jeeves and Worcester and
yeah.
Jeeves.
Jeeves and Worcester, Worcester and Jeeves, and a little bit of Fry and Laurie and
Mm.
Blackadder.
Mm. Well, yeah, and he was like always like the toffiest tough.
Well, he was the Prince of Wales in the third season of Blackadder.
Yeah, but he like so his prince. Is that when he joined in that one, or was
That
he?
was it. So that I think he may have been in an episode of Blackadder season two, but I don't think he wasn't a permanent fixture in the second season. And then
Yeah,
he was Prince of Wales in the third season, and then in Blackadder Goes Forth, he was someone in the trenches. I can't remember his name though.
yeah, but he was like a rich boy has been fooled by
Yeah,
the propaganda.
yeah, and
Um,
being kept safe by the fact that the general knew his dad
yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, you know my
until he
dad.
wasn't safe.
Yeah,
Until he wasn't safe. But yeah, because I think Tim McInnery, who then played Captain Darling in season four, had played sort of the Hugh Laurie esque role in the season two of Blackadder. He
yeah,
played Lord Percy.
yeah. He was playing Love. It's like shut up.
Man, I love Blackadder.
Uh, yeah. And then the first season, I think he
Well,
was. I don't think Hula was in that, but Brian Blessed was in the first season.
Brian Blessed was it. The thing about the first season of Blackadder that's particularly interesting is that it's the only one that Ben Elton didn't help write.
Yeah. That's probably why it wasn't as good.
Well, it's not as good, and also I think it's because Baldrick is smart and Blackadder is a weasel.
Yeah, yeah. They had the wrong mix with the Baldric. Yeah,
It's still funny. It's just not as good. Like nowhere near as good.
yeah, yeah. Oh, just ridiculous over the top. Anyway, that's not what we're here to talk about, Steve.
It's not.
But
We're here to talk about Trigun.
I want to go back and talk about baseball.
Okay.
Oh, it's just that I ended up baseball, and I was going to say that I ended up watching the skit about who's on first base. You ever
Oh,
seen that?
like yeah. Who's on
Yeah,
first?
who's on first? No, that's not.
No. Nose on first? No. Who? That's what I'm asking you.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
I fucked that up, but yeah. They
Who's
did a bit of that in the Animaniacs as well.
uh-huh. And they apparently did something similar in How I Met Your Mother. That's how I kind of stumbled back
Really?
onto it. Yeah, so
Oh, okay.
they weren't doing third base, but they had oh, what's his name? The guy from Third Rock from the Sun, the dad, the father figure.
Oh, John Lithgow.
Yeah, John Lithgow in it. and they're all
Yeah.
talking about going to a club. So they're all going about like, oh, lame's lame, lame's not lame. Okay is lame or something like that.
Are you watching How I Met Your Mother at the moment?
No, I just keep watching stupid skits and
Okay,
comes up on my
that's
feed.
fine. I just wanted to warn you. It doesn't end in a way that's in any way satisfying, and I hate the last couple of seasons. They're very bad.
Yeah, no, that's fine. That's all these kind of shows seem to have done the same thing. I think. Um,
Yeah,
oh,
that
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 all.
Animaniacs bit's really good though.
Yeah, well, the nightclub one was pretty funny because even actually put the reference into third base because John
Because
Lithgow's
it's
so
it,
John Lithgow's like goes third base in the middle of it all.
because it's Abbott and Costello, right?
I think it is.
The originator
Yeah,
of that. Yeah, because
yeah,
in Animaniacs it's who because it's the band's on stage and it's who's on stage. Yes, so yes is on stage. No, who? That's what I'm asking you. Yes, so yes is on stage. No,
no,
no is on stage. No,
no.
then who? Yes,
It's
that's what I'm asking you. It's yeah, like it's so good. Also,
the
very much reminds me of Airplane of Captain Captain Over.
oh God, no. Over.
Yeah, over under and done.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I was over under and underdone.
Oh Jesus, man. Anyway, foreplay. But I digest. We're
Yes.
at, we're we're talking about Trigun, episode
Yep.
8. What is
Yep. This one's
F?
called Our Home.
Our home in the middle of the street. Our something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Oh,
the last episode, I think, ended in a bit of a cliffhanger, right? Because uh,
not so
we'd
much.
we'd see. Oh, not. I guess like it ended on the big sand cruiser crashing, but not into the orphanage. Um, Livio
Yeah.
having shot himself in the head and whose body had been picked up by what is his name?
Ann Summers.
Legato and Zazie recovered his body.
Ann Summers.
And
Ann
yeah,
Summers.
that one. Um, and we see that Wolfwood, Merrill, Roberto, and Vash are all in the plant chamber as Vash is communicating with, for the first time, us seeing this like that what a plant actually is, and it appears to be some sort of sentient being.
Mhm. And then it's backstory time.
Yeah,
So it starts back on the ship before it all went horribly wrong, and they're having a birthday party, and
yep.
Red is videoing them going, "Oh look, you gotta have cake," and Knives is going, I don't like that." And so, it doesn't matter, you want to eat it or not. It's all about sharing. Blah blah blah. And he goes, "Oh, the red light's not on." And then Vash goes, "What?" And then she turns around and is like, "Oh, you kids!" Ha 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 ha. And then they cut to the field scene that was like they're in a garden area, and it's like, "Oh, you doting mother figure. Yeah, can't blame me for doting on the kids." And then I think it basically cuts to the scene that we've seen in the first 2 episodes of,
Yeah.
of
I take it what's actually I'm starting to piece together. Like obviously, sort of what we know at this point is that Knives is responsible for the incident, and
Mhm.
you know it kind of starts to become clear because obviously what happened is one of or multiple of the arcs deorbited.
Yeah, they kind of all meant to have done it, but you find out later. Um,
Yeah,
so
certainly the one that they're on deorbits.
yeah,
That's what we're aware of.
and falls down to the onto the planet.
Yeah.
Uh, and basically this is the crash scene, and you got Vash climbing up to him, going, "He killed them all, Knives! He killed them all!" And Vash is like, "Whoa, what?" Knives was like, "What are you complaining about? Um, you're my co-conspirator in this." It's like, "What? You
Yeah.
gave me the codes." It's like,
Yep. You're
"No."
100% complicit in this.
Yeah. Vash. It is weird Vash tone.
Yeah, where he kind of twists his head round and it's horrifying.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not great.
And then Vash runs away.
He
And
does.
goes, "I'm not being part of this," and runs, and then corpses start to grab his leg, and then he kind of like gets chased by zombies. But I think he's having a dream.
Yeah.
And he is found by two survivors of another ship, taken to a room and questioned. They're like
What are their names? It's Luda and Brad, right?
Lida and Brad, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they basically examined them and was like, "Oh yeah, that's no doubt that's a plant reaction. He's an independent."
Yes. And that's where they're kind of flashing the light on him to see the reaction to the
Yeah,
light.
it is I, yeah. And they're like, "Oh, alright. What's that? Oh, that's like plants can like create like other
Energy
plants."
from light.
Yeah. And then have like things and Brad's like, "I don't trust them," type thing.
Yep. In
Uh
fairness, like I guess sure, you
yeah.
know,
Well, they don't know what's caused all the crashing.
no.
And they said they were able to correct their course in time before it all happens.
Yeah, it wasn't catastrophic for them as much
Yeah,
as it had been clearly for others.
yeah. Uh, and then Vash basically explains about Ren, and they go searching for Ship 5 because it says, "Where did he come from? Ship 5."
Yep.
And something about Ren, and they go searching. And it's like, "It's been 40 hours, I don't think anything of that." And then he does mention kind of like there's another independent,
Yes.
but he says, "Oh, he must be dead by now." Kind of hoping he's dead, I think.
Yeah. Kind of hope he's dead. I'm fairly sure he's not, but kind of hope he is because I did see him. I did see him walk out of the wreckage and was quite publicly gloating and
Yeah.
taking credit for the incident. So, but yeah, maybe he's dead.
Maybe. Yeah. Anyway, so you kind of, "Oh, I think he's dead." And then they go searching, find some Ren stuff, find the black box, which is error place has
Irretrievable.
irretrievable information on it,
Yep.
and some message device.
Yep.
And then they find that, and they question Bash about stuff. Keep him locked up in a room for many, many days. He does like a lot of tally marks on the thing.
Yep.
Ask him what his energy source, what he can do. And he says, "Oh, I can't do anything," type thing. And then
We should point out as well is that he doesn't need to eat
yeah, they don't need to eat. He
because
just
that
does.
as part of that kind of birthday is like, why is there cake? We don't eat.
Yeah,
She's like, it's important for it to be there whether you eat it or not.
yeah,
Um, yeah, and I think this is because this is the bit, of course, it's like they're keeping him in the ship and have given him minor trust by allowing him to not be completely locked up, but also not completely free.
Oh no, not yet. No,
That not at this point?
no. So basically, the plant. He's like this. They're kind of walling in the cell, scrolling out his time there, and I think they find the message of Ren saving them, try to save them, and make sure they
Yeah,
land. And there's some special message there, and then they're like, "Oh no, the plant's not
you're right.
reacting
Yeah,
right." And then Vash is like, I can hear that, and he's trying to break through the door because he can hear the pain.
He can hear the screaming
Yeah.
sometimes.
And Brad's like, "Don't trust him. We can't trust this guy." And she's, what's her name? And so it's like, "Yeah, if Ren does, then I do," and opens the door.
Yeah. Some woman I've never met that's dead and can't vouch for him does. I
Yeah,
certainly do.
I'll do it because she does. And it's like, all right.
He's he's not lied to me yet, except that time he told us the Independent was dead.
Yeah, the other one. Yeah. Anyway, so they take him up to the plant, and he calms the plant down because it kind
Yeah.
of opened up and showed itself. And they're like, "Oh, maybe it's the planet. They can't cope in this planet." So the yeah, so they do that, and then he's like, "Oh, okay, you can go back to your cell." And then they go, "Well, I got a job for you, Vash. You could be our counselor for the plants." And
Yeah.
and they give him a bed and make him
He becomes
free.
an official member of the ship.
Ship 3?
Ship 3, yeah.
Yeah. Um, did they change the name at that point? That might be the where they. Well, I got cows getting bored of the calling it Ship 3. We'll call it Home.
I think that is where they do change it.
Yeah.
And yeah, hence the episode name, Our Home.
Nothing to do with madness.
No.
Um, so yeah, and then he kind of basically goes out with Brad, and Brad's kind of like chaperones him. I think everywhere, and he's a bit older.
Yeah, they're basically now like going to other ships to search for whether it's survivors or,
Yeah,
materials or whatever that is.
helping plants out and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they do that. Uh, and they're having some bonding moments, him and Brad. Brad? Brad.
Yeah, Brad. Yeah, because
Uh,
it's kind of nice. I must admit, like he was vastly skeptical and almost hated Vash.
yeah,
Um,
he
but
didn't
yeah,
understand.
he's obviously softened up to him quite considerably at this point.
Yeah, because when they first found him and found out he was independent, it's like, oh, what? He's just looks like a kid. So yeah, and then
Hmm.
he speaks and oh, he sounds like a kid too. What makes this? This is weird. Anyway, so Brad is kind of like being the very butch macho type of man, but didn't want to admit he's soft and down inside.
Yeah,
Because even when Ludo,
Luda.
Luda, even Luda, basically gets his room, but he says, "I couldn't do it without Brad," and he's like, "Hey, I didn't, told you not to tell him about that," type thing. And then yeah, so they were doing that, and he's like, Vash is like, "Oh, Brad, you're actually a pretty nice guy," and he's like, "No, I'm not. I'm just doing this because it beats being on the ship," type thing.
Yep.
Here, drink some water.
Yeah, I definitely don't care. But
I don't.
here, please look after yourself.
Yeah, I don't care. Yeah. Um, and then to go back, I think he
What
gets a bit older.
this is? I think it's like I think it's like 5 years or something like that have actually passed in between sort of the him being dubbed the official plant medic
Mm,
to us seeing him and Brad out in the open spaces looking for other people and other ships to help their plants and their survivors.
yeah,
I think after they come back from this is where he does he not get his coat? This is where we see
Y-
his gift.
yeah. He get his coat, and then I think it's certainly 5 years at this point because Luda goes speaks to Brad and says, "Oh, I thought you could fix this black box," and he's like, "Ah, it's been many years, and technology has progressed somehow in this desert
I
planet."
I love the idea. Is like, yeah, that was then, but technology has advanced.
Has it? I thought you
I
were
mean,
all
if
incorrect.
anything, it should be absolutely stagnant. But
Yeah.
you know,
Apparently it's advanced and he's got better. He's got better skills at least now.
well, I
I'll let
guess
that one off.
I feel like because obviously they're in an arc, and presumably there are other people around. You have to imagine that other people have had time to think about things, and if you think about the kinds of people again you send in arcs, probably the Smarties.
Oh, not the blue ones though. You're not allowed to have blue Smarties anymore.
Oh yeah, that's fair. Too many E numbers.
Too many E numbers. Yeah. Um. Yeah. So. Uh. Yeah. So he's doing that, and then they get their thing, and then they uncover the voice recording of basically knives, basically going, "Ha, I done this," and this person, you've helped me do it, Vash. And Vash overhears this with his red coat because he's looking at his red coat and says, "Oh, lovely! I love red. Red's good."
Love this.
And then he basically goes back to the room, puts the coat back down, writes a message because they're like, "Right, we gotta get him. He's a traitor. After all, I was right." Bah, says Brad. And then
Yep.
they go back to the room and realize that he's run away. And I went, "Oh no, he's run away." And then read the note that he's got to atone for his sins.
Yep.
And yeah, so Vash is now out in the wilds, wandering, and then he comes across another wreck ship,
Yep.
and he goes to it, and finds knives.
Who's there? It's nice.
Yeah, and then it kind of ends at that point. Oh no,
It does.
I think you have Brad and Luda. It's like Luda going, "Oh, I gotta go and get him. Gotta go and find him," and say sorry,
Oh, okay.
and then Brad kind of pulls him back and goes, and she goes, "You can't stop me." It's like, "Oh, not going to try to, but say sorry for me," kind of thing.
Yeah, oh, that's right. Yeah. The
Yeah,
apology after saying he was a traitor this whole time.
yeah,
Took me 20 minutes to calm down.
yeah. I mean, he did like kill off like a whole arc. He's got to have a lot of rage for that because they were like, "Oh, we never did work out how who
All
caused
those
the
people
accident,"
died. Yeah.
and people
I
were
guess
like,
now we know, and it's that guy who's been living with us for more than 5 years,
"Yeah,
who we've treated like a son slash brother. Uh, oh no. Oh, I'm so angry. Actually, tell him I'm sorry.
yeah." I mean,
Complex emotions.
complex emotions and how to deal with them, and not really dealing with them way.
Yeah.
Uh, uh,
How do you rate this one then, Colin?
oh, oh no, not quite. It's not quite done.
Is it
There's
not?
one last scene that we did talk about. So he walks
Oh,
into
really?
walks in the ship, finds knives, knives pulls down his hood, and looks, and then it kind of ends with him waking up on a bed and going, "Huh, they saved me again." Looking at his arm,
Oh shit.
or
Okay.
or maybe he didn't say that one, but he kind of wakes
Is
up.
that not just a flash? Yeah, okay.
It's just a split second, but he's in adult body with his arm.
Yes.
You know,
Or more adult. Not quite full adult Vash. Or is it full adult Vash?
it's full adult Vash.
Full adult Vash.
It's the Vash that we know from.
Yes, you're right. You're right. I'm trying to jump about between the other Vash.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's the
Uh,
Steins Gate conversation.
yeah, so he kind of wakes up and goes, "Oh, they saved me again." And
Yep.
and that's the end of the episode. So now you can ask the question.
But before I do ask it again, I will say, and I think I really love the intro and outro songs to this show.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Cute.
they're they're like top notch, just really good.
They're alright, yeah. They're alright.
More so the intro. I think the intro song is really fantastic. It's properly moody, just the right tone, I think.
The right MIDI tone.
Um,
Oh,
yeah, it's really good.
talk about that. That was something I was watching. The Drifting Home movie that's on Netflix.
Drifting Home.
Is it Drifting Home? It's basically an anime where it's they're in this like old apartment block and it's sailing along the sea.
Okay. Is that it's 12. Have we talked about this? Did we talk about this last time?
No, this is something else. We talked about horror movies like Weathering Away and that other
Yes,
one.
that you're right. You're right.
The other
I
one I mentioned.
I might give this one a watch because both my kids loved the words bubble up like
Yeah,
soda pop.
this isn't so much slice of life. It's I'll talk about it after. We'll talk about it after the bitty that we
Yeah,
gotta do.
I think the thing is with I'm trying to find more anime that is like Studio Ghibli, but not Studio Ghibli. So like that kind of relatively family friendly stuff.
Oh yeah, it's obviously it's family friendly. Maybe about I don't know how scared your kids get. Don't think it's
Not too
scary.
bad.
Nothing scary.
Yeah,
People,
like my both my kids liked. Well, words bubble up like soda pop is nothing. It's just
yeah.
like it's great. But they both watched. Is it Child of Kaminari Month or Child of Kaminari Month?
Oh no, I'm thinking of Oni. For Child of Karamori,
Oh,
yes, the one where
Kamiari, sorry,
yeah,
not Kaminari, Kamiari.
yeah, and that's the one where she is half demon or something, and she's
Yeah,
got
it's the one where her mother died,
yeah,
and it was about her journey to meet the gods.
yeah, and she goes and meets
Uh,
all the gods because that's what our mother
yeah,
used to do.
yeah. She both my kids loved that.
It was good, yeah. Don't,
I enjoyed it.
there's a bit in I think near the end. I think don't know. I felt like you might have went a bit wrong, but it was a good movie. What's
Yeah,
yeah.
again, it's these ones that are sort of like the family oriented story. Uh, that one's like a little bit heavier going, but
Mm-hmm.
it was still like entertaining enough that they enjoyed it the whole way through. Um,
Just
so yeah,
like
I might.
Fist of the North Star.
Yeah, that's next on the agenda.
That's jeez. Anyway, yeah. So that's the end of this.
So how do you rate this one then, Colin?
Hmm. So finally getting the flashback. Finally getting the missing information of the past of Vash
Mm-hmm.
the Stampede. Uh, and you got lots of humor. They got some nice. Never really quite say if Brad and Ludo are a thing, but they certainly play coy with each other.
Yeah, they certainly seem like a couple,
Yeah,
whether they are or not. Um,
yeah.
yeah,
And you have some fun moments in it with Brad being all macho and Ludo's like, "Oh, shut up, you" type thing and stuff.
yeah,
And
and and we get to see where the coat comes from.
yeah, and you find out the coat, where the coat comes from. Uh, I don't know. I'm going to eight. I'm going to say eight.
Eight is where I thought.
Yeah,
I think it's a good enough episode, and I enjoyed finding out more about the past. It was nice for them to fill in that stuff.
yeah,
So
and I kind of like the bit where he just wakes up in this place. Oh, they saved me again. Huh?
yeah,
And
haha.
aha. Uh, yeah, yeah, it's good. So anyway, drifting away was pretty good. It's kind of it's about death and
Okay.
and friendships type thing. And
Well,
it's,
Yeah.
so basically, an older relative passed. Like this
Uh huh.
person's grandpa passed away, and they're demolishing these buildings, and then one of his best friends slash nearest sister, um, also kind of like she got over some childhood trauma. Well, not
Uh
over,
huh.
but like she felt safe in the place with the childhood trauma,
Uh huh.
uh, with the grandpa, and then something happened where basically the kid, the grandchild went, oh, but he's not really your grandpa type thing, and then and this is where the grandpa is quite heavily ill in hospital, and he basically shouts
Okay.
at the grandchild, it's like, you should go and apologize to her now, type thing. And then
Uh huh.
he never gets to see his grandpa again
Oh, okay.
in that depths. And then, so she's been hiding out in the old apartment building, um, as it's a happy memory for her type thing.
Uh huh.
Uh, and then some shit happens, and then they get whisked away. The world floods, and they get whisked away into this like floating world where the apartment building is then floating in the sea, and other things from kind of like the childhood past
Uh
comes
huh.
rushing by, and they go, oh wait, I remember this building. Wait, that got demolished like 10 years ago, or a few years back when we were in third grade and
Sure.
stuff like that. And it's all about
Okay.
basically a journey of discovery and self healing. I would say
That sounds all right.
it's good. And there's a weird tree kid in it for some reason.
My kids love Weird Tree Kids.
Yeah, he gets his leg eaten.
Oh, okay. There's
There's
the Woodman from the Hilda TV series.
oh yeah,
He just like opens their front door and puts some wood in, and then
yeah,
just sits down and makes himself at home, but
yeah,
doesn't
yeah,
close the door.
yeah.
He's kind of a jerk. Like, but
Oh,
yeah,
oh
he's
yeah.
great.
Phil and Jart, that guy is pretty awesome. Yeah, I don't know. What do you think of the movie of Hilda?
I liked it.
It's pretty good. It's all about
I like
trolls.
Hilda.
Yeah,
Yeah, I like Hilda. It's a good one.
yeah. Kind of reminds me of Kipper the dog.
Okay.
It's just chilled. Oh,
Uh, sh-
oh, at least it was at the start.
yeah, yes, it sort of loses its chill quite quickly.
Maybe. A good couple episodes into the first season, it starts losing its chill, but
Yeah,
it's
it,
pretty
it
chilled,
ramps.
and yeah, and then second season it was pretty ramped up, and then you had the baby.
I don't know if we ever watched the end of the second series, but we ended up watching the movie.
Yeah. Um.
We're watching DuckTales at the moment, so
Woo.
yep.
That's pretty good.
If it's not if it's not DuckTales, it's Power Rangers Dino Charge. So it's one of those two.
Oh god. You watched the new Power Rangers thing with the old Power Rangers in it on
I
Netflix,
haven't, but I will at some point.
where they brought like the original people back into it or something.
Yeah, should be pretty good. I
Yeah.
quite fancy it.
Yeah. Um. Aye. So anyway,
I think
Kipper the
that's
dog,
us.
man. Oh, Kipper the dog and Sarah and Duck.
Sarah and Duck is pretty good. I'm interested as to how you know what that is.
Oh, I have young kids.
The thing
No,
about
no,
Sarah and Duck.
wait. I have young. I had dealings with young. Wait, no, that's even worse.
It's okay. I understood what you meant.
Yeah, but we're doing recording
You
this.
need to clarify this.
It's nephew,
You
niece and
you
nephew.
have relatives. Yeah, you have nieces and nephews. So yeah, that's fine. Sarah and Duck. The day I knew that that was a special thing was when my eldest was super small.
Mhm.
Like kids laugh at bits and pieces, and like he had laughed at some things, but there was one where like it was Sarah and Duck, and there was a donkey, and I think the donkey just had a bubble in its head,
All right.
and they were laughing at that, and he just lost it. Like, like, like nothing had ever been funnier ever. And it's like, oh, okay, this is all right.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, it's yeah, but it was just a chilled
It's super
show.
chill.
It's like,
I like it.
and the narrator, it's like, oh, what are you doing, Sarah? And then
It's that is a good show.
and
Do
then
they still make that?
I don't know. It's quite old, I think. So
Is
I
it?
I used to watch it because like, it would come on, but like the my niece and nephew didn't really watch it. I think.
Do you know what's mental? And I'm just looking at this now.
Uh-huh.
Uh there have only been 3 seasons of it.
Of Sarah and Duck, yeah.
Yeah, it started in 2013
Huh.
and finished in 2017.
And there's only 3 seasons. Wow.
There's only three there, but in that 3 seasons, there are 120 episodes.
Oh, well, that makes up for it, man.
Holy shit.
Sarah and Duck. Sarah and Duck. Sarah and Duck. It's like
It's so good.
it's like that dancing duck meme is out there where
Yeah,
it's
the little with a
yeah,
hat.
and the
Oh,
hat,
I love
yeah.
that duck. I love that duck.
Yeah, dance
Um, the episode I
yeah.
was talking about is episode 3. It's called Cheer Up Donkey.
Okay. Oh man.
I'm legit gonna watch that before I go to sleep tonight.
That was it's Kipper the dog was pretty chilled like that too though.
Yeah, I had less time with Kipper for sure.
I just caught it in the afternoon when it was on, just on Channel 3. But I was like 20 by the time it came on TV. Like,
Oh yeah, Kipper's not new.
oh no, not new. Kipper, Kipper, Kipper the dog.
Kipper. Uh, oh, I know, like 97, man. So
Yeah,
there's another one that had 6 seasons over the span of 3 years,
Jesus. Yeah, but
but
like,
13 episodes a season.
yeah, but 97 I was 16.
Yeah,
Eh,
I mean you're not the target demo. Let's be fair.
no. But then at that time, age, like everyone started watching Teletubbies in like the rec room for some whatever reason in school because that was the thing to
Oh,
do. Teletubbies, let's watch Teletubbies. It's like, why the it's this shit?
it's it's mental.
Not as metal as in the night garden.
No, no, or as mental as fuck is it called? The
Insane nightmares for kids.
the Moon Baby,
Moon baby.
Moon Baby, Moon and Me.
Is that the one where they just ate noodles all the time?
No, this one.
Oh, porridge. Was it porridge?
I'm not sure about that. Oh,
I
the,
was
the
like,
characters from Moon and Me are mental. I will read you their names now.
okay.
They are Peppy Nana,
Peppy Nana. Uh huh.
Moon Baby,
Okay, yep. Given.
Little Nana,
Little Nana now. Okay.
Lambkin,
Lambkin. Okay.
Collywobble,
Hey, what? They got me in it.
Collywobble. Mr. Onion.
Is he an onion?
He's literally an onion that just goes onion.
Nice.
And right, one called Lily Plant. It's
Huh?
literally a plant.
Huh?
And the other one is just a rabbit, a green rabbit that sits on a bed called Sleepy Debolo.
Sleepy Devilo. Jesus, man.
Sleepy Debolo. He's unique.
Oh shit! I was in HMV yesterday,
Mm-hmm.
and they had a poster, and it was basically like a kind of like a 70s kind of kids type like book style, style poster and that. Oh wow! Uh, uh, it's like like the how to summon, the kind of dark memes you get, like how to summon like demons type thing for kids. So this
I've
one
got
was
a
like,
T-shirt. I've got a T-shirt of that.
yeah. So you know what I mean. So it's like that style,
Yep.
but it was like clowns are fun, and this has like this clown, and I swear down, I think like this is like a corpse party around it.
The one I have, I think, is let's summon a spirit or something like that. And
Yeah.
they've got like a Ouija board.
Oh, is it just a Ouija board? Like it's got a sacrificial knife or something in the file.
It might do.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. So that's a thing. Uh. Right. Should probably end this.
Yeah, let's summon demons, and yeah, it's a kid. It's not a Ouija board. Sorry, it's a kid lying in a pentagram with other kids around him.
Yeah. I thought it was like some sacrificial lamb.
Yeah, I'd forgotten that's what that was.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whoops. Yep,
What
that's the
was
one.
was it? Oh, talking about weird kids shows. So this is I think a Japanese anime about vegetables or something. I don't know, but I just seen like
Oh,
a gift.
oh wait, is that the one about the potato peeling itself?
Yeah, yeah, because they got to make the soup. It's like,
Yes.
and he does the whole like ceremonial like oh harakiri type
Yeah.
like motion, and he's like, oh, I don't want to do it, and he just sort of peels it,
Yeah.
and then
Peel it. It's amazing.
yeah, and
It's
then
Dai Maho Toge.
tight my whole toge. Um, and the meme I seen of it was basically it does that, but it has like Linkin Park on "Crying to lose the I can't remember the words. What, is it the meme? The thought of the meme or the fact that I can't sing the song?
Maybe both.
Yeah.
Uh, well, we've finally made it to the end of another episode. I think we
Mhm.
actually may have talked more about not the show this time than we did actually about the show.
Oh,
Um,
yeah, 100%
because
went off
I think
topic.
we were maybe done talking about the show in about 30 minutes, and I don't think we started talking about the show until about 13 minutes.
Oh, no, it's a good 17 minutes before we started talking about it.
Oh, there you go. So it's we talked about the show for about 13 minutes.
Yeah.
You've done it again. Thank you for listening to Who's That Anime, an anime podcast that can be found where all good podcasts can be found. Our home is at anchor.fm/. Who's That Anime, and we can be listened to on Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Overcast, Pocket Cast, anywhere where you can use an RSS feed. We have a Facebook page, that's facebook.com/. Who's That Anime, where we put up the latest episode releases and the occasional anime meme. We have a Discord channel. You can find that in the show notes. We have a YouTube channel where Colin painstakingly puts together the video versions of these episodes. I think we're up to date now, right?
Oh, stopped it. Yeah, I posted the last one
Yeah.
on Monday there.
Cool. So yeah, we're now up to date, which is that episode 7 is live, and as of this recording, episode 8 should also be live. So good times. Colin and I also like to play video games. Colin at twitch.tv/couchfuel and myself at twitch.tv/hailpayman. If you would like to see archives of all the fun and games we've had on those different channels, you can do so by heading to YouTube and searching for the channels Couch Fuel and Hail Payman, respectively. And I think that's us.
All right. Yeah. Well, there you go. Another episode done. We'll catch you next. Cactus Jack there in the video
Yep.
format.
That's that's a joke that works really well in an audio medium.
Oh yes. Well, yep. You just gotta watch the YouTube channel now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All you can do.
All you can do. So, yeah, that's it. So we'll see you same hour place, same hour time, in the time that we'll see you at. See you
That's
then.
right. That's it. Bye, folks.
Bye. Bye.